What's up, guys? I posted a little short clip of listening to DX earlier, and just had a just a thought to throw on a quick commentary. I would say, I get questions. I mentioned carrying radio stuff around with me, and it's kind of a work in progress. Of like what I would carry. What do I carry around? I have a few things that I carry on the daily, just because, and I brought those things, and those kind of mix up depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing, just to keep it light, pack it light. But I figured I would share a touch of that here and just give some information of what I carry, why I carry it. All right, so we'll just start out, hands down, what is my daily carry routine. Now, everything I'll show you here on the tablet works on my phone, so I don't technically carry the tablet everywhere I go. But these three items right here, or a combination, sometimes I sub out this little guy for the tan radio there. All right, so these are my these are my absolute everyday carry items. And why do I carry it? Well, this guy covers quite a bit of the band. It's easily phone accessible. I can also, if I have data, I can use this to link to some other things. So that's a whole nother video, whole nother discussion. But this is basically considered a dual band radio, and let me throw that up over here. It's a dual band radio, but it does quite a few other items. It's got some data transfer. It's got KISS TNC functionality within it. Look that up. This is just the Btech UVPro, or the VGC N76, I think is what it's called. Best, hands down, best handheld radio, period, for anyone. If someone's just looking for an emergency radio, as long as they know someone, I'd say like me, or someone that's even smarter than me, got more tools than I do to program it properly for them and get it set up properly, to where they can just turn it on and use it, this is the way to go, 100%. So there's not a whole lot I can't do on this radio, and the few things that I can't do on this radio, I do have this other one here that crosses over quite a bit. So this one is able to transmit on CB bands, FM, as well as GMRS, or any of the dual band frequencies as well. But this one is primarily for, it's set up, the antenna on it is for CB. And all right, let me start back. Had a little technical difficulties. So this one is dual band. Currently I got it set up listening to PMR, which is German, kind of like FRS stations. It APRS tracking. Let me show you a touch of that. If I go back over here and show you where I am, if I zoom out and take a look, there's one right there. Right across the way, there's a APRS beaconing, and quite a few right near me, right on top of me, I would say. And if I zoom out, you see there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So when you're talking emergency communication, even if you don't have a ham license, there's nothing wrong with receiving APRS packets and just knowing that there are people there, kind of thing. God, that siren is just nonstop all night last night. So, so it's good. It's good to have, and good to be able to pick it up. So it's more than APRS. You can kill that. It radio to radio. I can message text base, and here I can just hit test, and oops, sorry. Yeah, you heard the blast come through on the other frequency there. So it's, it's pretty handy, and just look into that if you're interested. It's kind of a do-it-all, but you really need to have other users with the functionality. So other users with the radios. Cool thing about it, I think, is like this. It brings, if you think like a scanner or so anything that comes through the radio while I'm connected, it gives me that log feed of it. But I can do more than that. You can do, voice, obviously, Morse code. I'm not going to hit that right now, but you can send pictures, DTMF tones, which I don't use. T-call, not quite sure what T-call is, but I'll work that out. Yeah, but anyway, so it does quite a lot, actually. It does beaconing. Another device or even the app technically can track where this is if it has connection, but disconnected, it sends all this over RF frequencies. So everyday carry, this thing is a Swiss Army knife. And man, if it could do like CB band, that would be it's too much to ask for, obviously, but it'd be great if this thing were able to do the FMCB as well. So second thing is just this basic radio, and let me get it turned on here. So it, AM, FM radio, basically. There's the AM portion. It's also shortwave radio, shortwave frequencies, which don't seem to come through much except for at night. Weather band. Oh, that's another thing. This one also has weather band, weather alerts, and works really good. It's actually triggered on me while I've been at work in my bag before, so it works really good. Set up properly. But this is just a basic do-it-all. This is a $25 pocket USB-C rechargeable. I don't really care too much about it, but it does have a really bright flashlight on it. Super impressed with it. I bought this thing just to try it out, and honestly, it has just become like I literally, it's in my backpack at work every day. It was $25. I don't really feel bad about throwing it around. The audio quality is not amazing, but you can plug your headphones into it if you have headphones. But it also doubles as a Bluetooth speaker, but I don't really recommend that unless your phone just really sucks for the audio. But I just use it to have, quick access in a small form factor to frequencies. Now, this also has an FM radio built into it. I can show you that really quickly. Let's go here and to that one. Let's turn the volume up. I'm controlling the radio. So, yeah, works pretty good actually. But AM, FM, shortwave, weather, it's pretty good. I've got another one at home that's quite larger. Also has airband and quite a few other things in it, but this one's enough. It's enough for what I consider needed for like a daily carry thing. The last thing that I'll talk about is I use Meshtastic, but Mesh Core is technically an option. It just doesn't do as much. But when you're talking tracking, feasibility, you see there's the basic Meshtastic dashboard for Android. Sorry. There's some other options I might show you in a second too, but essentially, it's picking up other nodes all over RF, and it's text based only. So text and tracking works really well around tracking. But that's the idea. Now, there's no one around me here. I actually use this for, I've got one in my luggage as a tracker. So, but yeah, I have quite a few nodes that have racked up, since leaving home. But if I back out of this, I think it should show me the ones from back home. still. Yeah, there we go. So there are, these are the areas that I normally frequent, and that's home area to me right now. But yeah, it works pretty good. It's if you were just going with one thing, which I would not, this is pretty good. Works pretty well for tracking. My wife, she goes walking and things, and she's away from me. She has one of these in her purse. They last about, if you set them up right, they can last up to 3 days. Got this little magnetic pogo charger or whatever. I forgot what they call it, pogo pin charger. But it lasts a while, and you can see it just in there beaconing right now. But it's Meshtastic is very well versed in data tracking. If you're looking at mesh core is basically just messaging. That's it. Stable, yes, but not what I want. Haven't quite got there yet. But yeah. Now, honorable mentions. These are the things that are not daily carry, but when I go on a trip, I always carry this monster right here. This is the Malahit DSP2, and quite frankly, it is, dare I say, SDR in the pocket, but you can see how big it is from my hand. But this is all aluminum chassis. Like this is a beast. And basically receive everything. Anything you can imagine you can receive on this, from down in the lowest of HF up to I don't even remember what the peak is, but it's well outside of any voice communication you're going to get. And it's up in the 900s. It's got to be. Matter of fact, let's see, 906.875, I think, megahertz. Yeah, so I'm up in the 900s right now. Let me see if I'm going to do a beacon from my Meshtastic, because that's the frequency it works on. Does it still do that? Hold on, I'm going to send a message over here. Open channel. Oops, sorry. Test. I'm gonna hit the send. Should. Yeah. There he goes. So yeah. So it's this is a beast. Now, mind you, you can connect any antenna to it you want. I got this really long 11 meter, 10 meter antenna on it. I talked about the RADTEL. I think I did, at least. Yep. It is able to transmit on CB FM as well as the UHF, VHF, like GMRS, FRS, 440, 2 meter. I can't remember what else, but one of the things it does, if there again, I like interoperability and redundancies, but when it comes to a scanner like that, this can also do a good level of it as well. So, and it doesn't have a waterfall, but it does have a similar. Let me get out of that, just to show you. This is why I carry it. Yeah, so it's got a somewhat of a waterfall, peak and valley view, kind of like this. Nothing like this. This thing is, if it can be received, this will receive it. This is the best receiver of anything I've ever touched. Another honorable mention, not as wide banded as the Malahit, of course, but this is a little pocket SDR. And quite frankly, I'm super impressed. Also, USB-C. Everything I'm showing you here, aside from this device and that device I'll talk about in a minute, is all USB-C rechargeable, by the way. But yeah, this guy is, it does all of what this will do, some of what that one will do, and it's even smaller. But it's trying to pick something up right now every time I touch it. but it's, you know, it's not as good as the Malahit. It is as good as that. It is in a smaller package, but I do prefer this speaker wise and the weather band. I don't have weather band on here. This has weather band on it. Not that that really matters, but if you're going to carry something every day, you want as much flexibility as possible. Yeah, there goes that again. This guy, this is not a great machine. It's a USDX Plus. It is a tiny little transceiver, like a HF ham radio transceiver, just to give you an idea of kind of how big it is. In my hand, it is really, I don't know, I think it's like when I gauge it on my meter at home, it's like 2 to 4 watts. Oops, sorry, one-handed setting this thing back up sucks. It's like 2 to 4 watts. It does okay. But I don't recommend this. Honestly, I've been tinkering with it, trying to get the settings set right, but I am going to get some version of this that actually has a better receiver in it. This one is not amazing, and I'm not impressed with it. But I do have it. I did bring it just to see what it would do, because I do like the small. I mean, even the microphone. Look how it looks like I got giant hands, but it's it does good. It's just like the receive portion is just awful. Like, it is awful. And I gotta wear headphones to really hear the audio. And if you turn it up too loud on here, it overdrives the speaker. And it's just not good. It's just not amazing at all. But yeah, this is my this is my kit basically. It's what I brought for this trip. Now it's a mess down there, but I've got this wire antenna that I hooked up for the SDR and this. You don't have to have that. You can absolutely use that antenna, but it works a lot better if you've got a larger scale antenna. But it is this is my kit. This is what I carry. These are some of the things I brought. I know it's crazy, but you know, that's what you do. You test and you figure out what works, and eventually I'll either, you know, this will slim down to just a couple of these items, or if something new comes out that's more like do it all, then it'll get down to that. But yeah, this is what I recommend at the moment, other than this guy right here. Yeah, that Malahit is amazing. All right, guys, later.